How's everybody doing there? Anybody in here tonight? Anybody in here tonight? Give me just a second. Send. Hello, Catawba Backwoods. Hello. CHS Minor, thank you for coming in. Paul Bird, appreciate it. Dustin Smith, Ozark Guys Fishing. John Jackson, Scotty Hill, Andy Pitts, Tim. We got a lot of guys in here, guys. Tonight, we got Joe from 812 Catfishing going to be in tonight's show. Guys, please forgive me if I miss your comments. I know they get to going pretty fast. What's up, Tracy from Lightning Bugs? Yeah, Hillbilly Jim, the Dobson family, Mike Greenwell. Thank you, guys. Hey, Lena, everybody for coming in here tonight. If the chat gets to going too fast, guys, and I miss a question from y'all or something that you want me to talk about, please forgive me. I'm fighting a headache from crap, man. My head is pounding. So please forgive me if I do miss a question. I'll try to scan back through and see if I see it. Maybe Joe will be able to see it. But let's start this show off like we always do, saying God bless America. God bless each and every one of you and your families. And I hope y'all have had a good day. We're going to bring Joe in now. What's up, Joe? We got you with you.
That's all right. I got to have my coffee, man.
Oh, yes, sir. I didn't get to make me a cup before I come up here. We got a lot of people in here. Canby Angler, James Dockery just come in. Top Tactic Fishing. Mike Greenwell. I said his name backwards.
Mike Greenwell. That's my buddy.
Yep. Catfish Weekly's in the house tonight. We got a lot of people coming in.
Got a full
Thank
house.
you, everybody, for showing us your support for the show and for 812. Mr. Joe, how's it been going, Joe?
It's going pretty good, man. Working hard, fishing hard.
Getting that boat straightened out?
It's been a trial this week. It's been a trial. Line, hook, a battery, and 3 other things go wrong with it. But I got her lined out, and we took her out for a test run today, so we should be good to hook for monsters this weekend.
Oh, I hear you. So you're going to fish monsters this weekend, huh?
That's my plan, as long as nothing else falls through.
Well, we wish you good luck. I know you ain't going to go over a lot of details about it because somebody might be watching it, might be against you out there on it, but I'm sure you got a plan on what you planning on doing.
I got a little bit of a plan. I'm not real sure whereabouts I'm going just yet, but I got something in mind. I've ordered some stuff, got some stuff in. I tried it out this past weekend. I do a lot of dragging. I will tell you that. I love to drag.
Right.
Dragging's my thing. And I think I got a couple spots I know I'm going to hit up. And after that, I'll go where the fish takes me.
Right. Tightwad's in the house. Hadn't seen you in here in a while, Tightwad. Hello, Junior Proctor. Now out there, you're gonna be on big river water. Is it hard to actually do some? We lost him, everybody. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he hit a button or if his phone died or what. Something happened, but we just lost him. He's trying to come back in. There he is. What happened?
Oh, it cut out on me. I don't know. I messed up and hit a button or something. I'm new to all this. It's not a skipjack. I couldn't quite figure it out.
There you go. So, I mean, I guess really anchoring, unless you're going to bump down that river, anchoring's about the only way to fish it, ain't it?
I can't sit here and speak on bumping because
Right.
I am just now starting to figure it out. But if there's current, I'm sure there's going to be guys bumping. Got to have that current. Got to be able to make your bait move down the river. So
I see Channel Cat Queen's in here watching you.
Is she? She's making sure I'm being good.
There you go. Oh, appreciate you coming in here. The Queen. Oh.
I can't see the comments on her. That's what I was trying to do a minute ago, was look for her comments or whatever.
Oh, I meant to tell you, and I'm sorry and I apologize. You have to have a second device.
No,
now, I can see them. I can see them, but you can't.
Yeah.
I'll try to, I'm trying to make sure if you don't see me looking at the camera, I'm watching the comments. We got Jordan Lear in here. We got Lena, Hook Catfish. We're going to get him on the show one night too. Trophy Hunter.
There's a couple of them I'd like to see on here.
Who's that?
There's a couple of them I'd like to see on here.
Yeah, y'all send me a list. Send it in me a text and a list, and I'll check them out. I've got about Team Keeping It Real. What's up, Richard? There's quite a few that I've already got pretty much scheduled for this month.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to have Joey Kirby and Stacy Gaston on next week. I know Joey's out of town this week, but they said hopefully next week will be their show. And then I think next week is James Dockery and his wife. And then the next week we're gonna get Joey on here and Stacy, and then Catfish Bill at the end of the month.
Right.
And for some reason I thought I'd done had Catfish Bill on here. I mean, he's been a supporter of my channel since day one. And I could have swore I'd done had him on the show, but I got to going back through all my shows one day, and I said, "Son of a gun, I ain't had Bill on." So we arranged to get him on here. I see Muskrat Adventures is in here. PD.
Roger.
Yep. Old Roger's in
here. A couple guys that's in here that could probably take a few of us to school on that bumping, man.
Is Roger one of them?
Mike Greenwell's real good at the he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's the bumping king, because I'm constantly pressuring him for questions.
I hear you.
Bumping.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Man. Hey, that's why I like bringing different people in. I don't care how, there you go. I don't care how big or little your channel is. All of us have something to contribute to each other. That's why I tell each other that comes in chat, share the love, check out each other's channel, because when you get to the point where you say, "Oh, well, I can't learn nothing else," well, it's time to give it up and go try something different.
You can always learn something else.
Always. I'm going to give you a little something that I say, and you can back me up or you can change my mind. I don't know. I think that 70% of catfishing is learning the bait fish.
I follow the bait a whole lot, especially in the wintertime.
Because to me, learning what that bait does, when it does it, is going to be whether you catch the big mature fish or them teenage fish.
Say that one more time.
I said, to me, if you learn that bait fish, what that bait fish does, when it does it, and how it does it, will make a big difference in whether you catch teenage fish or big mature fish. And then Roger said he caught 70 skips today. You can't hear me?
I can barely hear you. I don't know what happened there. Daggone it. Oh.
You should be hearing me fine. My scale is still running up and down on there. So nothing's changed on my side. Turn it up on your tablet.
I'll fix it real quick.
All right.
That's all right. I got this. That's
There's gonna be a little bit of a delay. I don't know.
Work through it.
Yeah, we'll work through it. You read lips?
Yeah, we'll work through it. Sign language.
There you go. So let's go ahead. Let's move on. You bank fishing. You do a lot of bank fishing also. I love bank fishing. So lead me I guess what I'm asking, what makes you choose the areas that you choose to bank fish from? I wonder what happened to the volume.
I fish a lot of my bank fishing is done in the wintertime. I like to have a little bit higher water in the wintertime. I like to fish a little bit higher.
We done lost him again. I don't know what's going on, guys. Can y'all still hear me fine? What's up, Palomino Cats and Glenn and Big Nasty, K&B? Guys, can y'all hear me all right? He's coming back in again.
There, now I can hear you.
Okay.
I don't know, something with the broadcast or something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you good now. Everybody's saying loud and clear, yeah. So they might be going to force everybody to buy their program on this.
Yeah. I'll do a lot of my bank fishing in the wintertime, James. I like to have a lot of current, a little water, and eddies. I like to start, when we get higher water this winter, do a lot more bank fishing.
Right. I mean, what makes you choose the areas that you go to fish during that time? I mean, it ain't just some random area.
I've got one area that I'm having trouble connecting. I got plenty of service.
Getting a circle of death.
Well, daggone it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we still got you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me? You got a storm coming up out there or something? Storm coming up. I don't know.
Something. There's something going on.
Yeah, because I've got a good signal over here. Yeah, he's having trouble, everybody. I don't know if he's got a bad signal or something going on, or a storm or something coming up at his place keeps interrupting his signal. We'll keep rolling on until we can get this worked out. I apologize for that. But I do appreciate everybody coming in. Let me know how many we got in chat tonight, guys. I hadn't even pulled it up on my tablet. Let's see what we got. How many we got in chat? Somebody give me a number. He's trying to come back in. We got you again.
I apologize. I got plenty of service.
I don't know what's going on. It's acting like you don't have good service. They say we got 43 people in chat.
I see 42.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I pull it up and it won't give me a freaking number for Jack. We got Kentucky in here, Team Wampus Cat, Twerking Monkey, Ozark guys, J&T Crappy Guy. Maurice is in the house. C. Jordan. Maurice, I got a comment for you. I finally got me and the guy that makes that cutting board that you won. We finally going to get our paths together on the 18th. this month to pick up that cutting board that you won 3 or 4 months ago. He lives about 20 miles from me, and mine and his paths just don't cross the way his work schedule is, and also, but we have got it scheduled up where I can go pick it up. He donated this, Joe, to the tournament as one of the giveaways at the tournament, or we can raffle it off to raise money for the honor guard at the YouTube tournament. So that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty good deal. Me being a veteran and stuff, I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. That's the main reason I'd like to come down to fish your tournament.
Yeah. The honor guard was these guys was very humbled that we decided to do something like that for them. I mean, they do get donations and stuff like that. Mostly it's anonymous. But for somebody to step out into the public and say, we are doing this for you, they just don't have it. And I mean, these guys were the last ones to see us, see y'all before you go on the ground. And, I'd like to be able to honor them. And that's the only way that I can know that I can do it.
Well, that's a good deal. But I mean, it's a worthy cause.
Oh, yeah. And Gaston County don't take any handouts from government assistance or nothing. So everything that they do, they have to buy their own ammunition, their own guns. They have to pay to have their guns certified, and they have to be inspected. They have to buy their own uniforms, their own boots. Everything that they wear, they purchase themselves. So they try to subsidize that any way they can. Somebody wants to know what rigs you use.
I use a lot of times. I'm just about all the time Santee rig, that Santee Cooper rig. It's one of my go-to rigs. A majority of the time. Now, like we saying, dragon, I'll use a lot of times. I'll use my dragon rigs to fish structure when I'm anchored up.
Right.
I have a whole lot better luck not getting hung up with them. I've caught some pretty gnarly fish this summer on them. Okay. I use the dirty South Dragon weights a lot. They're smaller and they're kind of cylindrical. I use 3 ounces, and I'll run a longer leader. And I've been about half of my fishing this year. Very rarely do I use a Carolina rig. Why, I don't know. It's just not my preference. It's either my 3-way rig or it had to be my Santee rig.
Right. What baits you usually throw up there in the waters that you're fishing?
Well, it depends on where I'm fishing. If I'm fishing the lake, I fish a lot of gizzard shad. Gizzard shad or cut carp. That's one of my favorites. And another, I've got about 3 I use: gizzard shad, cut carp, or red horse suckers.
Right.
Red horse suckers are a very overlooked bait.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure carp is too. That to me, I like. I don't know about you down here. We can use game fish. You have to count them as part of your creel. I love largemouth bass. And the main reason is because it gives me the opportunity to throw a bigger bait. Not necessarily that it's a bass, but it gives me a bigger bait.
Sure.
So I've got to learn how to catch. I'd love to be able to get into a mess of them little 5 and 6 pound carp. That would be perfect bait size.
We've been getting into a few of them here in the past week to 2 weeks. Real nice. I mean, monster gizzard shad and some, like you're talking, the smaller carp.
Yeah.
And the big red horse suckers. We've been getting ideal baits. I'll take the carp and I'll fillet them off. I'll knock scales off of them, fillet them off, and I cut them into strips.
Gotcha.
And I fish the strips. I did real well on flatheads in May on carp.
Junior Proctor wants to know, do you ever suspend fish in deeper water?
Yes, I will. I will. Most of my efforts this year have been concentrated at the lake because I got hooked on them big flatheads, and I know they're there. But in the Ohio and other tributaries, I will suspend fish. We caught a real nice 30, 35 pound blue this summer, just suspending. 3 o'clock in the morning, just about dog tired and about to give up for the night, and I will suspend. I'll anchor out and then I'll suspend a couple rods. So it doesn't hurt to have multiples out.
Right. Team Keeping It Real wants to know, do you fish the public fishing areas or do you go out and scout your own areas?
I try to stay away from the public areas as much as possible. I have a tendency to get lost.
There you go.
I'm the type of person, I want to go where nobody's been before. And I know that's not possible, but I want to go where it's very rarely frequented.
Right. Justin Fishing Fetish and Gabby Goose is in the house tonight. Appreciate you.
Justin.
Crazy Catfishing. Yeah, I was going to try to get a hold of old Scotty and Justin, try to bring all three of you in here tonight, but I wouldn't have been able to make that work. So it's one of them crazy days. You know how it goes.
Tell me about it.
Now,
it's been walter skelter ever since work.
Well, you say you get up wood, and also it's getting that time of year that it won't be long. That phone's going to be ringing. People are going to be wanting some more wood. And,
they've already been after me. I sold 4 or 5 loads last weekend to my boat broke down on me, so I had to ship a few rigs out to get everything fixed up for this weekend. I'm just a simple man like everybody else. Sometimes I got to do what I got to, you know.
You're daggum right. That's what it takes. I should be fishing, but I'm stuck cleaning house, the Dobson family.
Outside this wall from here all the way to the end's full of wood, so I'm not stressing it.
Richard said it's hard for bank fishermen to find spots where they're not trespassing. That's why he asked. Yeah, see, so many people had trashed up places around our lakes and stuff that they've stopped it all. I used to have some killer bank places, but this just, and they ruined the daggum ones they got left. They'll trash up public landings and stuff where they allow them to fish. I don't get it. I don't understand that mentality.
I had a buddy text me the other day, and he pulled up on a truck that dumped a whole truckload full of garbage on a boat ramp with buckets of fertilizer, left them laying in the water. It's truly sad.
See, I couldn't see nothing like that because we would definitely have a problem waiting on the police to come. You can bet your tail somebody ain't gonna be moving till the police get there.
They seen him coming in and ripped it. You just get people like that. I mean, it's sad to say we can't stand it, but it's going to be hard to stop people because a lot of them they ruin it for a lot of people.
I used to have a good place. Used to have a good place right there on one of our rivers that runs into Lake Wiley. And there's a little small old mill dam there, just a run over dam. And the white bass and stuff used to run heavy up in there. The shad always in the spring when they get ready to make their spawn run, they run to the back of that dam. You could get down there and catch 50 to 100 white bass like it wasn't nothing. And then they started coming in there dumping tires and shingles and everything else, and you can forget it. You're right, Crazy Cat. Carry it in, you carry it out.
A lot of people just don't care anymore. The old ways are gone, you know. I mean, long ways from when Dad was teaching me how to catch channel cats on trout lines and chicken livers, you know. People used to care. People used to have, it's sad, but the old ways are lost unless people like us choose to keep them alive and take care of things.
How and what got you into chasing catfish? How and what got me into catching catfish?
My dad built an old rowboat out of poplar and sheet metal. I still remember him building it, and he would paddle up and down the river, and he would set trot lines. And I woke up one night, and he had a big blue cat laying beside me. I rolled over, and I seen it right beside my face. And ever since then, I've been hooked on catfish.
There you go. Now, when you talk about fishing rivers and fishing lakes, do you ever what's the difference in the techniques that you use on a lake is what you use in a river?
On the lakes, I chase the shad real hard. I tend to fish shallow in the lakes. That's just personal preference for me, but it depends on if they're sucking water, you know. So lakes, I tend to fish shallow. Rivers, I follow the current seams. I look for rocks, structure, snags. I'll fish some of the gnarliest stuff I can find. I'll drag baits right through them. I do a lot of dragging on these smaller tributaries.
I don't know what keeps happening, losing him. Hey, Chunky Cat. What's up, Wampus Cat? Uh, Justin, I got his I got his live well. You welcome to use it. He's getting ready to come back in. Here we go. I don't know why we keep losing you.
I don't know. It just all of a sudden cuts out. I got full service.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Makes me wonder if it's programmed. He didn't do it that Monday night on Lyle, and Lyle's like me. He's using the free version of it. Maybe we just didn't get a good connection through that email. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I'm not tech savvy.
Well, it might be Verizon too. I can't stand Verizon.
Yeah, I got Verizon too, but I'm out here at the house and we have very little signal, so we had to use cell phone boosters. Now we was talking about the difference that you fish in lakes and you fish in the rivers, and you said you like shallows in lakes, and then we lost you.
I do. I love the shallows in the lakes. My biggest flathead so far this year come out of 6 foot of water. I lost one. I can't even begin to guesstimate his size. The lake I fish, I think the next state record's in it, and I plan on being there when he's caught. He put a hurting on me. He put a hurting on me. I'm going to catch him. It's just a matter of time. People can try to beat me, but if they want it, they better go get it because I'm going to be there.
There you go. My buddy Wampus Cat's in here. He was going to a tournament Friday morning. I had a real bad run of luck. Had his clock set for PM instead of AM for one thing. Got up late running Wampus Cat. Then hauling tail down the road, and his daggum live well blowed up and out of his pontoon, busted the windshield, and got to the ramp and did not have no bait or a live well. So he's on here asking Richard about an extra live well. And Richard told him he might need 2 or 3 of them doing like it.
Yeah, it happens to the best. Fish tournament. Yeah. First tournament I fished this spring, I had to run 12 miles downriver to a boat ramp and have old channel cat queen meet me at the ramp with my skipjack I left at the house. You know, it happens to the best of us. Don't sweat it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I went down there and thought, usually I'll run to my little pond behind the house, catch me a few brim, a largemouth, just in case I can't find the bait at the lake. And I couldn't tell you, I'd get out there and say, man, I just don't feel like sweating around that pond, getting eat up with chiggers. I'm going on to the lake. Get down there and can't catch a freaking brim for nothing. I thought, right around 2 hours chasing perch, chasing brim, and just turn around and go back to the house. Wasn't doing nothing but riding.
I've had it happen. I don't know how many times. With good luck comes bad luck. And bad luck's eventually going to end. You're going to have good luck, man.
There you go.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
You was asking about how I fish these lakes.
Man, I don't know. Have a clue what's going on. I don't have a clue. It's trying to come in. There we go.
Well,
I don't know what's happening,
into the chat down pat.
Yeah, no doubt. Somebody had a question. What do you, when you say shallow, what is your shallow?
When I say shallow,
yes,
my boat will run in 1.7 foot of water. Anything lower than that, I can't get into. So if I can't get into it, I don't fish it. But if I can get into it and I think there's fish there, I'm going to fish it.
Does y'all's flatheads where you're at feed year round, or do your water eventually get too cold for them?
It eventually gets too cold. They just shut down. When it gets
Junior,
cold,
I
that's
do
when I'll
need a
move to
bait
the
tank.
rivers and look for high water.
Right. I know around here you can still catch the flatheads, but they slow way down.
Yeah.
But they can be caught year round here, but they do slow down. Now, do y'all have white perch in your waters?
I'm not familiar with them. I don't think so. If we do, I don't know about it.
Ozark guy, I do have, I got the most bandwidth and everything that I can have on my side. I live so far away from the main box. They got me about as best as I can get. I haven't never had this problem before, though. I don't know. I don't have a clue what's going on. That's crazy.
I don't know. It just keeps gutting out. It'll just done.
Yeah, I mean, I done a speed test on the computer when I took a break from you and setting up the lights. I run a speed test because I am up here at the building, and the speed test was at max of what I can get out here.
It was fine earlier when we did the test.
Oh, I know. I don't have a clue what's going on with it. Mike said
he's not seen a white perch on our section of the river.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the dominant fish in most of the lakes around this area. And as far as bait fish, a lot of people use them because you can find them. When you find them on your graph, it looks like a mess of spaghetti. These fish will just be shooting back and forth around the bottom. And when you can catch them feeding up hard, it wouldn't be nothing to put in 15, 20 minutes, maybe up to an hour to put 100 in the live well.
Wow.
Yeah. So they're good baits. Now, do you think there's certain baits for certain seasons?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My shad, I don't do well with them in the summertime. Early spring, fall, winter, I do good. I'm not a big fan of skipjack. I've caught fish on skipjack. I've still got a freezer full of them because I'd rather use my suckers and stuff like that throughout the summertime. I think they put off more smell. They're a lot more oilier.
Right.
I think skipjack does better in spring. I think the suckers do excellent in summertime, and my carp and stuff, I like to use them all through winter.
DMV, I appreciate you coming in here tonight, buddy. Go take care of the family. Somebody wanted to know, are you going to try to make it to the YouTube tournament?
Absolutely.
I know it's a good little drive for you.
It's right around, I think, last time I down that way, about 800 miles, if I'm not mistaken.
We're right outside of Charlotte. We're right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, last time I drove over the road, it was about 800 miles for me. About 810 last I looked.
Right. Let's see.
My wife and I, we have full intentions on being there.
Good. Look forward to meeting you here. Let's see. Somebody wanted to know, do you like the brim? Because you didn't mention brim or bluegill.
Bluegill and brims and southern bluegill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll use bluegill a whole lot in the summertime. I did real good with them this past September, this summer. I did real good with them. I like them carp and suckers, but I will use bluegill. Guys, I'll use anything as long as it's legal and it'll bleed and catch me a catfish. I promise you. If I think it'll put a hog on the end of the line, he's going to get chunked up and thrown out there.
There you go.
He might get thrown out there whole.
I'm going to tell you, and I'm not going to tell the lake simply because this old man swore me to secrecy about this bait. And if I tell the lake, there's quite a few on here going to know exactly what we're talking about. But he used to be a guide. And when the season comes and the grasshoppers are tearing the fields up, that's what he uses for bait. And when all the other guys are coming in with just a couple fish in their coolers, we always come in with a cooler full of good fish on grasshoppers.
Right on.
Now,
You'll see a lot of my videos. Most of the fish was caught on shad this summer. I mean, I don't tend to do good with shad in warmer water. That's just I don't. But it worked this summer for some reason.
To me, I think it comes back to what the old trout fishermen say: match the hatch.
That's right. I think I did better with them this summer because we had so much water this spring that they're just now pulling water out of the lake, and the water's been up in the timber. I've lost 4 or 5 good fish this year due to the timber. It's rough fishing timber. I mean, when I say timber, I'm getting up in the woods and the brush and the brambles, and that's why I say talk about I love to drag.
Right.
I'll throw in them dragging weights and dragging rigs. I'll throw them up in the timber. If I lose them, so be it. But I have a lot better chance of getting in there and getting back out with my dragging rigs and my Santee rigs.
Right. Let me answer this question, Lena. The schedule will be coming out. I got probably all the rules and everything made up for the tournament. But the schedule, I'm having to get with a few more people that are actually bass fishermen and crappie fishermen. We do not want to overlap with one of the bass fisherman tournaments because at that time of year usually is a pretty good size tournament. So as soon as they get back with me, they usually don't schedule their tournaments about 6 months out. So I'm probably going to try to schedule it like around the last of March. I don't really want to go to the end of April. If we have to, we will, but that's because Lake Wiley gets very busy real quick. And I'd prefer us to have the lake mainly to ourselves if any way possible. I know that's a pipe dream, but we're going to try. Justin said, dress and drag and do the hoopla. What the crap?
I want to see Justin do that. That would be a beautiful sight.
Yeah, I figured he was trying to punch fun at you, but Mike Greenwell
says use plain chicken breast.
Yep, a lot of people love chicken breast. We got old Mac Byram up on Lake Norman. He's an oldie. He's an oldie, but a good one, and he loves using chicken breast. Catman said, "Are you coming to Kentucky?" Said, "Are you coming to Orangeboro Saturday?"
I'm planning on it, Catman. I'm planning on it. That daggone boat about took all my money this weekend.
It's a hole in the water, what they say.
Huh?
Yeah, they say it's a hole in the water that you throw your money into.
All that happened, I had a battery go bad. Well, I replaced it. I went to the lake. It wouldn't trim down. Well, I figured that out because she showed me the wire I left off. I got that put on there. Next thing you know, bilge pump won't work, lights won't work. So, type of person I am, I got frustrated and started cutting wires. I got it sorted out today.
There you go. Let's see. Somebody want to know rods and reels.
Rods and reels. A lot of people's going to knock me, and I don't care because this is the way I see it. Fish with what you're comfortable with, fish with what you can afford, and fish with what gets it done for you.
There you
go.
What
I use is Ming Yang CL60s. I use Ming Yang CL60s. They are coupled with the, I forgot what they are. Old Berkeley Big Games from Walmart. $17 rod, $49 reel, but I use good line. I like Power Pro braided line, 65 pound. I run Andy 80-pound monster leaders and Team Catfish 8/0 circle hooks.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask you next.
Yeah.
Which hooks and stuff did you use? I've been seeing here lately, a lot of people is talking about the Gamakatsus breaking Gamakatsu hooks, and I have never broke one. I got a buddy of mine that he runs the Dabu 7000s, and he fishes heavy brush. Well, Wampus Cat, he's in here. 30-pound, of course, we use mono. We're mono guys. But he locks his drag down hard so he can get them blues and them flats up out of that daggum timber. And we have yet to break a hook. I don't know if they've had a bad run on them or not.
Might have been. I heard it was a carbon thing. You know, you're going to hear all kinds of things.
Yeah.
I've heard of people saying they break. I've got buddies in here that use Gamakatsus. I used for the last 8 or 9 months, well, almost a year, I used the HTT Reapers, the 8/0s. But the Team Catfish, the double action circle hooks, the 8/0s, they seem to work better for me. Not knocking the Reapers, they're good hooks. I just prefer the Team Catfish.
Right. Yeah, some of them hooks are yeah, Mike, I am too. I love my Gamakatsus. I've used them for years. Before they ever come out with circle hooks, I've used them. It's hard. I don't know if people are scarring them by using pliers or something on them and jerking them out and then using the hook again because it's still sharp and they put a bad spot, because hardened steel is about like glass, guys. If you scar it, it can bust right where you scar it. That's just the nature of heated and heat-treated metal. It can bust like glass.
I don't like to pull my hooks out with pliers if at all possible.
Yeah,
because
I don't either.
And it don't take just the smallest nick on your line, and I'm super funky about that stuff. The smallest nick on your line, and it's over with braid if you got tension on it.
Right. Now you use mono leaders, right?
Yeah. Yes, I do. I run that 80-pound Andy Monster Blue.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean. I got 30-pound on my reels, the Monster Blue. I love that line. I'm telling you, that line casts good. It's just a good freaking line, man.
It's did me good. Most mono lines, if you cut into them, they just seem to clip right off. You go to cut into Andy Monster, and it's soft till you get through that outer core, and then it clips off. It takes a beating.
Yeah, it does. And it's not like that slime line. Slime line, to me, has got too much stretch. That Andy don't have that kind of stretch. Somebody talking about getting 100 hooks, octopus hooks on eBay for $15 and never broke one. Junior Proctor. What kind is that, Junior?
That I don't know.
Mr. Proctor. Yeah, I'm like you, Richard. I only use pliers only when I can't get that hook out. Sometimes they get buried up in that old jaw. You just going to have to break the pliers out. It just ain't no way around it.
I've been there, done that.
Justin said he's catching them with Catmax hooks.
I've used Catmax.
I've tried a bunch of different ones. Some of them, I've tried them hybrid hooks. That's I guess it's between the combination of a circle and a J hook. They were pretty good, and I tried some of them not the Reaper hooks, but what's that other one that they've got out? It's made by the same company.
Mad Catter?
Yeah. That's a big old thick freaking hook.
That hook is I think it's called.
Thick. But because I got the 10-aughts, I want to set some of them on Catfish Weekly. And that crazy thing, I thought, that's a thick freaking hook. But with that being said, I have yet to lose a fish that bit that hook. I have yet I thought I would not get the penetration. That hook has got, but bad thing about it with that hook, it's got a barb that's so freaking big on there that you got to have pliers to get it out. That you ain't gonna jerk it out by hand. Let's see.
That's why I went to the Team Catfish. I didn't go to them because of their name. I went to them because I like the design of the hook, and my hookup ratio is much better now that I swapped over.
All right, now I didn't let us get past the halfway part and didn't do a prize wheel. We didn't hit 50 tonight. When we get up to 50, we'll do 2 spins. It used to be 40, but now the crowd's done grown, and I thank each and everybody that's coming in here for it. Excuse me, guys. That's a nicotine toothpick I'm using, so excuse me if I talk funny. So let's do a spin on the prize wheel and see what somebody might win. Let's see. You can't win your own prize. Gabby Goose. Gabby Goose. Congratulations, Gabby. Are you still in here, girl? Justin, you let that youngin' still in here? There she is. She says spin. All right, Gabby. Here we go. Oh, you can't win from your own daddy, I don't guess. That don't work too good, does it? We're going to spin it again. Look here, 2 times in a row. I'm going to get it down here, spin it around, and then we're going to start all over again. Justin, give that girl $20. Give that youngin' $20. She done hit your name 3 times. That's going to cost you $20. $20. And Gabby, I'll send you some of my bobbers. How's that, youngin'?
You don't give her no $20. He gonna save it for sinkers.
No, he better give her. She won it. Let me write this down. I'm gonna send it, Gabby. I'm gonna send you 2 of my bobbers, girl. Lena says she'll send you a little something too. I can't believe it hit his name 3 times. I even spun it to the bottom and tried it again. It was meant for her.
Favors that blue triangle?
Say what?
You think that wheel favors that blue triangle?
I don't know. It never. Well, he gets on a roll sometimes. There was some weeks that he hit every week, and then all of a sudden he wasn't getting hit for a while. Then all of a sudden he'd get hit once in a while, but he goes on a roll. Sometimes I get hit a lot on the roll. But I mean, it's something fun to do. I hope they enjoy it. Justin, make sure you text me your mailing address, my friend. I know I got it somewhere in all these notes that I've got. So make it easy on me. Just send it to me if you don't mind. Or call me when you get a chance. I missed something. Who's that, Jim? Who you talking to? Oh, you're talking to Lena. Now, do you ever use floats to fish with?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We did real good this summer. Floating live bluegill under, I got some of them whisker seeker floats, and I set them out and let them swim around, find the fish for me, man. And we did really, really, really well on live bluegill under floats.
Justin says she's bouncing off the walls now. She's going to bounce off the wall when you give her that $20 bill, Justin.
She got floats from you, stuff from Lena, and 20 from Daddy.
There you go. She hit the mega. I love seeing
He's
youngins
gonna
still
bar
in here.
around the chat room.
No doubt. Well, I love seeing the kids come in here and learn a little bit and have fun with us all. And she deserved to win, so she got her. Yeah, Glenn said she hit the jackpot. She did. Oh, Lord. Well,
See you later, Mr. Greenwell. He said he's leaving.
oh, thank you, Mike, for coming in. I'll get back in touch with you, my friend. We want to definitely get you in on the show, too. And he's going. Guys, I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna have to do another test run tomorrow and see what's happening. I hope it ain't YouTube messing with us. Yeah, Joe, I hope it ain't YouTube messing with us. She just told us that Daddy's gonna give her $20. Yeah, I hope it ain't YouTube or this one gonna force our hand to do something that we don't want to do.
I don't understand why it's cutting out.
I don't either.
I've got full service here. It doesn't make no sense.
Right. Yep. Well, I mean, I really don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I cannot answer that. We'll just keep bringing you back in until it's over with. And well, my phone going dead. Until the end of the show, and we'll make the best of it. Now, when you float,
see, the stream's kind of lagging a little bit, but I can sit here and watch it on my other pad, and it's just going right along.
Yeah.
It'll be all right. It ain't nothing to stress out over.
Oh, I ain't. Justin said to be there for the weigh-in, can't get down there that early enough for the kickoff, I guess is what he's talking about. What's up, Mr. Jeff Manning? Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties. It keeps knocking him off for some reason. Like he don't have a good signal, but he said he's got a real good signal, so I don't know what's going on. We try, man. It's getting more frequent. So, I mean, I'm gonna knock this thing out. I said it's knocking you off real frequent now. You just come back on. I don't have a clue what's going on. Yeah, KB.
Justin, it ain't no problem, man.
I must have missed a comment. Now, when you float fish, are you fishing them shallow or deep, or what are you doing when you float fishing?
It just depends. A lot of times, like when it's flooded and I'm fishing up in the timber, I might set my float 5-6 foot above the bait, and I'll just throw him out there, and he'll be on bottom, and I'll let him stay on bottom, and the float just keeps him in place where I want him. I'll do that a lot if there's some shallow structure.
Right.
And then other times, it just really depends on where the fish are holding at, and if there's a thermocline in the lake.
Right. Yeah, the people underestimate the power of a float. And like you just said, the thermocline in a lake. A float is a perfect gadget to set that bait right above that thermocline, because you'll see a lot of fish hold right on top of that thermocline like it's a second bottom.
Dead smack on top of it.
Dead smack on it. So it's perfect for that.
That's why I started using the float.
Yeah, it's perfect for that. And I mean, it's fun to use them at night with a light out there, sitting watching one of them things swimming around, especially you got a big old live bait. He's out there wiggling around, and all of a sudden you see him start really wiggling around, and then that float disappear. That's just fun. I don't care who you are. That's just fun.
All this summer, I didn't even put glow sticks or anything on them. I just let them do their thing. Especially when I'd fish him on bottom, I just used the float to hold him in place. And a lot of times these fish, when they hit these bluegill, especially the channel cats, they hit them with authority. They took them.
Oh, yeah. And that's one thing, you know, when you was talking about before we went live, was that a channel cat will actually decimate a freaking bluegill. I've caught some nice channels on live bluegill.
Wife and I was catching upwards 12, 14-pound channels, and I know it's not a monster fish, but for a channel cat, you can't beat it, buddy. It's fun.
Oh God, yeah. I wish we still had that kind of channels around here, but since the flatheads and the blues come in, we just don't see it no more. Once in a blue moon, you might, but
I've got spots I'll fish for channels, and then nights when I'm not catching any channels in that very same spot is when I'll have a real good opportunity to tangle with a flathead, because when big flatheads are around, usually I don't catch any channels.
Crazy Cat, yeah, you need to try them floats out, buddy. And Whisker Seeker does make a nice catfish float, buddy. I like that float. I haven't got any of them, but I've been wanting to buy one and see, because Spencer, he uses a lot of them Whisker Seeker floats. I don't think they would hold up to the weight that, 3, 4, 5 ounces of weight. But if you can use lighter weight and be able to float it and get the bait down to where you want, I don't see no problem with them. Let's see.
That's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here looking at the comments. You see me looking down.
Yeah. Lena said, told Justin to stop by our house on the way to the tournament. She'll give Gabby her stuff. That's cool. Thank you, Lena. Let's see. Yeah, Crazy Cat, give it a try, man. He said he had a channel, almost drag his pole in the water. Oh, I've seen so many people lose daggum rod and reels off the bank because of channel cats before we actually had blues and flatheads in Lake Wiley. They'd lay them rods down. It ain't going nowhere. Well, yeah, it does. It goes somewhere real quick. Before you can get your hands on it, that old channel will snatch it off the cotton picker boat or the bank, either one.
I guarantee it.
We seen a little old boy come out there and sat on the end of the dock one night, and he'd been watching somebody because he was like me. He was throwing big brim heads. And he had those Zebco 33s. He laid them down on that dock, and I said, son, please don't lay that rod down. And about that time, I didn't get no more than down out of my mouth, and that first rod left the dock. Boom, it was gone. And I felt bad for the old boy. He said, I'll be all right. I'm going to be sitting right here. He lost 3 rod and reels that night. If I catch a fish, this broadcast will be on my video. Oh, I hear you, Billy Rice. Appreciate that. He's fishing right now, Billy Rice is. So I guess he's making a video. He's watching our show, making a video. If he catches a fish, it's gonna be on his video. That'd be pretty cool. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. Oh, excuse me, guys. Oh,
Catman's wanting my wife to get on there with me. Come here, Mel. She come say hi. But yeah, man, I'll bounce around. Just depends on what the fish are doing. I'll run floats, I'll drag, I'll suspend. Not much on the bumping. I'll do a whole lot of anchor fishing. It depends on whether the water's high, low. You can't be afraid to think outside the box. If something ain't working, try something different.
Yeah.
Don't ever be afraid to change, because if you're afraid to change and it's not working for you, then you're not going to catch nothing.
Yep. Junior said he uses 3-inch ready floats with a hookup like a planer board, clip straight out the back. Huh.
Never seen them before.
I hadn't either. I had to check into that.
Last weekend.
So you like them?
Love them. I love them. Are you going to come say hi?
Yeah.
She's giving me the finger.
I'm not.
Yeah. That'd be what the wife would be doing to me. I ain't about to get her on the camera. Hello, Catfish Queen.
Hello.
Thank you for coming into the show with us.
You're welcome.
Oh, are you learning anything from him, or are you teaching him something out there catfishing?
No, I'm learning more than anything.
She's telling me how to hook my power trim up right.
Well, sometimes we get in a hurry. We kind of, it takes more than one brain cell sometimes. And usually I got two, one chasing the other one, and they don't ever get together.
Tell me about it.
Nah, sometimes we get in a hurry and we start hooking things up. And that's just like JR from New School. All that time, he thought he was doing right, checked all this stuff on his motor, kind of find out he had his positive and his negative on his batteries backwards. Guys, I don't know what's going on with this. I do apologize for it. I'm gonna run a test as soon as I get off of here. I'm gonna run another speed test and find out what's going on. Joe, I apologize for what's going on with this guy. I don't know what to say.
Oh, it's not. Don't worry about it, man. It's not. Don't worry about it.
Well, I know.
Everybody's telling Mel how.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of them telling her hello. And that's one thing I like about
everybody.
This show, is everybody shares the love on here, Joe.
That's right. That's right. All these guys that's saying hi. I met most of these guys at the Catfish Conference. They're a good group of guys. KMB, Pop, Catman, Justin. There's Ozark, Mr. Paris. A bunch of these guys on here I talk to all the time. They're great guys. I've learned a lot of stuff from these guys,
Right. Junior said them floats, Bottom Dwellers has them.
Bottom Dweller.
I had to check that out.
I'll have to look at them.
Appreciate that information, my friend. See, that's one thing about it is that, if we can't give out information that somebody's looking for, somebody in chat will give out something. That's what I like. I want this channel's all about y'all, not me. This is y'all's channel. So
there's a lot of stuff these guys will say down here in this chat, and don't think I forget about it. I'm constantly trying to improve. I don't let this stuff slip from me. I'm always adding to. I don't never take away from anything. I always add to and try to improve.
Right. Well, that's like Chris last week was talking about. His buddy invented that bobber, but he come down there and Chris wasn't fishing it the way the guy designed the bobber to be fished. He was fishing it totally different. And when the guy come down to fish with him, he realized, he said, I never even thought about that. And he's the one that made the bobber. He incorporated that way of fishing and actually made his fishing better with the way Chris was using it. So we all get to learn.
I'll do whatever it takes to catch that fish, whether it be float fishing, bottom fishing, back bouncing. If there's a technique and I can catch catfish.
Right. Guys, we're coming down to the hour mark and it's knocking us off. I don't know if it's StreamYards or what it is. I'm beginning to wonder if it ain't YouTube. Joe, this thing's knocking us off left and right, but we're coming down on the hour mark. Let's go ahead and call it a night.
I'm sorry it's cutting out. I don't understand why.
I don't either. I don't know. I'm beginning to wonder if it's either YouTube or StreamYards. I'll send out an email to StreamYards tomorrow to find out what's going on. I'll do a speed test here again as soon as we get off of here, and see if I can narrow this down so we don't keep having this same problem every time we bring a guest in. But Joe, Catfish Queen, I thank y'all for joining us in the show tonight.
Thank you for having us.
May the good Lord bless you and your family. Hopefully that PB's just around the corner, y'all. Get out there and show us how.
I'm gonna get it.
There you go. You chased it. He's waiting on you. He might break a few more lines or bust a hook or two on you before you get him in, but I think he'll be well worth the wait. Oh, before we go, what is your PB blue and flathead?
My biggest blue, 64 pounds. My PB flathead is the one you guys see in the picture. I
Right,
don't know how much he weighed. I didn't own a scale. I
right.
just took pictures, put him on video, and let him go home.
There you go. With that being said, God bless America, because where else in the world can we do what we do out here, buddy?
Right?
You know,
Thanks, guys.
thank you for your service. Thank you what you've done for this country, my friend. With that being said, we'll
Yes,
catch
sir.
y'all again on the next show. Thank you, Joe.
Bye.
Bye.